There are many reasons to go get a college degree, but for the vast majority of us, it's to benefit our career, to increase our pay, and to give us more flexibility in our jobs. And a lot of people go to college for those reasons and then realize they chose a major that doesn't actually lead to better jobs and to pay raises. In this video, I'm going to walk through 7 of the worst college degrees if you're thinking about your career and your income, so that hopefully you don't make a mistake and choose one of these majors thinking you're going to get a raise and then you just don't. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Ryan and I help people earn college degrees faster. That's what this channel is all about. This video is sponsored by me. If you don't know, I have a program called Degree Hacking Academy where I teach people how to accelerate degrees as quickly as 3 months. If you want to learn more, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Now let's dive into these 7 degrees. Number 2 and number 7 on the list, I know are going to make a lot of you really upset with me. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just presenting data, and I'm hoping that this data can keep you from making a mistake of spending all this time and energy getting a degree that's not really going to help you that much in your career. Let's jump into college degree number 1, and that is history. Now, I'm going to be using the US Bureau of Labor Statistics to give you this data, and the reason I like using the USBLS is because they are using tax data to give you these income numbers. It's accurate. It's based on, the government knows if you have college degrees and they know how much money you make because you pay taxes. And that's where this data is coming from. Now, history is the first on the list. The reason being it's low paying. Median annual wage, $65,000 per year. And if you look at numbers here, you realize that there's actually 62% of people in this field that are showing these numbers that have at least a bachelor's degree. So you're talking bachelor's degree holders that are not making a lot of money. On top of that, 52% of people that are included in this $65,000 a year annual wage have more than a bachelor's degree. We're talking master's and doctorate degrees. So we're talking tons of schooling, not a lot of pay. Now, if we scroll down here and dive even deeper, you're going to see that the most prevalent or top employing occupations for workers with history degrees are health specialists, teachers, post-secondary, so lots of teaching. Then it gets into like management, human resources, chief executives, things like that. None of these have anything to do with history. So you're better off to go get a management degree or go get an HR degree instead of just having a history degree and working a completely different job. So lots of teachers and professors and things like that, and they're just not very high paying. Now, if you want one of those jobs, if that's what you want to do, that's completely okay. You just need to understand what the career yields and that it's not very high paying. I know it's not all about money, but it's important to know about the money before you make a decision. Now, number 2 on the list, and I know a lot of you are going to be upset with me, is communications. Now, this I got to say with a grain of salt because I've seen people do really well with communications degrees. I just interviewed Darren on my channel who just got a communications degree in less than 6 months. He had a really successful career as a radio host, and he's done really well. So a communications degree, if you're actually going into something like that, if you have a deep communications background, you're going into radio or something like that, can be really cool. The problem is a lot of people get communications degrees because they perceive them as easy, which is correct. They are easy degrees and they're fast, but they're really super broad degrees that a lot of times you can go specialize in what you're getting a job in and make more money. If we look at numbers here, median annual wage is $60,000 a year. As you can see, over half of people in this wage have at least bachelor's degrees. So that's not a ton of money there. 14% are only employed part-time, so not even have full-time jobs. Now, one of the reasons communications might not be the best degree, if you scroll down and look at jobs that people have with communications degrees, top employing occupations, HR specialists, market research analysts or marketing, and then it gets into like producers and directors, which is actually something you'd want a communications degree for. Like if you want to be a producer or director and you have a job lined up, totally cool. The thing here is, if I'm going into HR, I'd rather have an HR degree. If I'm going into marketing, I'd rather have a marketing degree. So don't go get a communications degree when you can get the specialized degree just as quickly, because usually the specialized degree is going to lead to higher pay. Next on the list is English. Median annual wage for an English degree is $60,000 a year. And as you can see, percentage of people included in this number here, 63% have at least a bachelor's degree and almost half have at least a master's degree. So we're talking tons of people with English degrees, And this number is not very high. That's a red flag if you're looking at high paying degrees. Part-time employment rate is really high as well at almost 20%. So only like 81% are employed full-time. Now, if we scroll down and look at jobs that people are working with English degrees, this is exactly what I would expect. Number one is teaching, both regular and post-secondary. So being a teacher or a professor. So that is a good thing that teachers are leading with English degrees. That's what you would expect. Beyond that, lots of managers, chief executives, lawyers, things like that. It's just not like, if I want to be a lawyer, I don't think English is what I'd major in. I'd probably choose something else. That's why I think a lot of people make a mistake with English. If you notice a pattern here, a lot of people choose degrees based on what is interesting, when if you just majored in what you're going into, you're usually going to make more money. Next on the list is philosophy and religion. And I think a lot of people go into philosophy or go into religion because it's really interesting and they want to study something that is interesting to them. They want the education aspect of the degree. And you know what? I really respect that, because both of these categories, philosophy or religion, would be super interesting to study in college. But my warning is, if you want to study one of these things, you just need to know that it's not going to lead to a very high paying job. Median annual wage, again, around $60,000. 65%, this is really high. 65% of people included in this number have at least a bachelor's degree, and almost 60% have master's degrees. That is crazy high. Like, it's a really highly educated field for such a low median wage. It's kind of hard to look at. Now, if we scroll down and look at jobs that people are working with this degree, we're talking teachers and post-secondary teachers and professors, things like that. That is to be expected. Like, if you want to go be a professor, that's actually a really cool thing to study. Just know that it's not very high paying. Beyond that, this is really interesting. Software developers, management, chief executives. So you're seeing people work like tech jobs with philosophy and religion degrees. That's pretty crazy. It's really interesting. Now, me personally, like, if I want to go into tech, just go get a tech degree. That's the theme here, is study for your career, not for interest, unless you have the leisure of not needing high pay, okay? Next is going to be psychology. Now, a lot of people, and I'm going to show you numbers if you actually become a psychologist as well. It's really popular right now. I have people almost every day reaching out to me to help accelerate a psychology degree. I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it's so popular, but it is. Now, here's the warning here. Psychology degrees, if you just get a bachelor's degree in psychology, it is a really bad bachelor's degree to have. Having said that, if you go get a master's degree and a doctorate degree, you can actually become a therapist or a psychologist who actually make okay money. So you can't stop. If you go into psychology, you cannot stop at a bachelor's degree. Don't go get a bachelor's in psychology if you don't plan on going further. Now, median annual wage is even lower. If you have a, like, psychology, $55,000 per year, median annual wage, 62% of which have at least bachelor's degrees. It's really low paying. So a lot of people with psychology degrees with really low paying jobs. This is the thing, like, you can go get a $55,000 a year job with no degree at all. So if you're planning on stopping at a psychology degree, I would say, like, I don't know, maybe you don't need a degree at all. If you're planning on being a therapist or a psychologist, I will show you some numbers if you go a little bit deeper. Now, occupations, leading occupations with this degree, lots of teachers, and then you get into therapists and things like that. So when you're leading jobs or teaching jobs and therapy and things like that, that's why you're low paying. But let's go in. I don't want to just leave you at that. Let's go into, like, psychologist. If you actually became a psychologist, 2024 median annual wage was like just under $100,000 a year. So you can make decent money, but you're talking about going through like 8 years of school ahead of time. Obviously, this is my channel where I teach you how to accelerate, so you can save a lot of time off that. You can do it way faster, but you do need to plan on getting a master's and maybe even a doctorate degree if you're going into psychology. Next on the list is journalism. Lots of people with journalism degrees think, man, I'm going to go be a journalist and I'm going to be a news reporter. I'm going to be on TV and things like that, which can be really exciting. But what people don't realize is that the industry as a whole, there are like top tier of people who are making really good money, and then all the lower tiers are not making a lot of money. If we look at news analysts, reporters, and journalists, 2024 median annual salary was about $60,000 a year. Like, I would hate to go to school to be a reporter and be on TV, or let's say you want to be famous or something like that. And then I end up in a job that's really not much more than you can make without a degree at all. Having said that, if your dream is to be like a top tier news anchor, like, I don't want to stop you. You just need to be aware that there's such a big gap between like the lower end employees and the very best in the country or the very best in the world at doing it. You can make a lot, like a really good chunk of money being a news analyst or a reporter or a journalist. You can, but most people in that industry are at the lower tier, and they're just not making as much money. So I want you to be aware of that before you jump in. Now, number 7, a lot of people are going to be really mad at me. Liberal arts, liberal studies. These just are not good college degrees for your careers. I know I've said this before, and I have people get really mad at me because guess what? Liberal arts and liberal studies degrees are extremely convenient to earn. Like, you can go earn these degrees with minimal effort because you can study whatever you want. Liberal arts and liberal studies degrees, what they are is they're basically degrees that are made up of whatever you want them to be made up of. You can study a huge variety of classes. You can go take the easiest classes on the planet and transfer them in and earn a liberal arts or a liberal studies degree. The challenge with that is the amount of effort you put in. If you're putting way less effort into your degree, the career can suffer as well. Let me give you some numbers here. Median annual wage, $55,000. That's really low. You can go get that type of job with no degree at all fairly easily, okay? You're talking at least half of people in this number have at least bachelor's degrees, a third higher than a bachelor's degree. That's a bad sign. Employed part-time, 17%. So you're pushing 20% that don't even have full-time jobs. That's a red flag. Employment, this is a red flag too. Employment, less than 1 million jobs available. I don't like to see that. I like choosing majors where there are tons of jobs, like 10 plus million jobs at least available for your degree. This is lower availability for jobs if you're actually going into liberal studies. Now, if we scroll down here, this is one of the things I really don't like. If we look at jobs, lots of teaching, okay? A lot of these degrees have that in common. Lots of teaching degrees, but then management, law, then you get into like preschool and special ed, secretaries, administrative assistants. A lot of these jobs that are worked by people with liberal studies degrees are jobs, as you can see here, where you don't need a bachelor's degree. So you have a bachelor's degree, you're working a job without a bachelor's degree. Elementary school, so lots of teaching and things like that. Let's say you're getting a liberal studies degree because you know it's going to get you into law school. Fine. I personally would choose to study something differently, like get a different major to go pre-law, something like criminal justice or even something like business, right? For pre-law, which can both be done really, really fast as well. But if you have a plan and you know it's going to work, that's okay. You just have to know that your plan is going to work. Now, a lot of people shout at me and they say, well, liberal, you can get jobs. You can get jobs with liberal studies or liberal arts. Yes, I absolutely know that. There are tons of jobs out there where the employer says, any degree, we'll take any. You just need a bachelor's degree and we'll give you the job. I don't love choosing like lower quality degrees for jobs like that because I'd rather have a degree that I can fall back on. Like, let's say that job doesn't work out. I don't want to be stuck with the degree that doesn't give me another job. So I just like to plan ahead, and I like choosing college majors that lead to higher pay and that lead to more money, that lead to better jobs. I know jobs and income are not the only reason to go back to college. If you want to go back to college just because maybe you're retired and you just want to have a degree, you can choose whatever you want. But if you're watching this video and you're wanting a job for the career boost, I would look at majors that statistically have led lots of other people to that career boost and not one of these majors that doesn't have a very good track record. I hope this video's helped. If you want to hate on me, feel free in the comment. If you disagree with some of these majors, let me know. If you agree, let me know. If you want to earn your college degree quickly, you don't need to choose one of these majors. You can choose tech degrees. Like, there are tons of different degrees you can get in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. I will leave some links down below to my program and to my degree hacking tutorial. You can choose really solid majors and you can earn them really fast. You can have the best of both worlds. I hope this video has helped. Like and subscribe. Talk to you in the next video.